Welcome to Cato Weekly Video with Anastasia Uglova. In a policy forum at the Cato Institute last week, hosted by Director of Cato's Project on Criminal Justice, Tim Lynch, panelists debated the risks to civil liberties in the war on terror. Bruce Fein, the chairman of the American Freedom Agenda, a group dedicated to restoring the Constitution's checks and balances, is the featured speaker in this week's video.
I submit that we stand at present at a constitutional crossroads. The first question to be asked is, why are we here? Why is this discussion so important? I think the answer is that post 9/11, the changes in the Constitution's distribution of powers that has been urged by the President are not temporary, as in all previous crises and warfares. We always had earlier understood that there would be an ending date to the war, whether it was the USS Missouri in Tokyo Bay or whether it was Appomattox or otherwise. But there is no defining endpoint to the so-called war against international terrorism. No one has even conceived of a standard by which a president would stand up and say, there's no risk that anywhere in the world is there a terrorist who wants to kill an American in a terrorist attack. And thus, we have to consider the issues that I will discuss with Andy today as being issues that will be permanently on the American constitutional scene. Now, I take as the starting point of discussion the revolutionary ideas of the Founding Fathers. That is, that the primary and chief purpose of government is to make us free, to develop our faculties, and to pursue what Jefferson called happiness. Virtue and wisdom was the understanding of that term at the time of the founding. That's the major purpose of government as conceived in the United States Constitution. It's not to aggrandize government, it's not to build world empires. And with that being the standard, the Founding Fathers understood that freedom was the rule and government intervention to protect the security and safety was the exception. There had to be a standard of need or urgency required in order to surmount the barrier to encroaching on freedoms. It wasn't to be an insurmountable barrier. As Justice Robert Jackson wrote, the Constitution is not a suicide pact, but it had to be a serious barrier. And I submit today that the United States and the chief executive post 9/11 has flipped that customary burden of proof. And the basic discourse has been, in justifying these presidential initiatives, unless we're a police state that smells like Nazi Germany, let us do it, trust me. And freedom takes a secondary role.
Thank you for watching Cato Weekly Video. The Cato Institute is a nonprofit organization. For more information or to find out how to give to Cato, please visit www.cato.org.